ballot, it's just one of those things that, you know, that's part of the process, I guess. You know. Like trying to get the blood, like bleeding to stop. You know. Anyways, but yeah, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch over to news mode and we're gonna run a news stream. Yeah, did it load that in? It did. It did load it in. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, what's happening in the news? Let's find out. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just change this to just chatting. Yeah. There we go. So, talking about girl streamers that are boys. What? I don't know what that means. That's a very, like, not good statement from the sounds of it. You know? I don't know this person. You know? Like... No, I don't know them. Also, be very conscious of like how you're wording that. That can be really, really offensive and hurtful. Yeah. Oh, getcha. Makes a lot of money doing it. Hey, getcha. I see. I mean, some people can do that. Yeah. There's who do I follow? Rin Senpai, who is also a cross-dresser. Although I think more recently, and that's the thing, femboys are also valid. There's nothing wrong with that. Rin Senpai, I don't know where Rin Senpai is identifying right now. Rin is more of a gray area. Yeah, I know. That's more in the last like year or two. I think that Rin kind of decided that, you know, identified more in a central place, but for a lot of years Rin was identifying as male. So yeah, Rin said they were going girl mode for a few months. Yeah, and that's awesome. Like, I'm super pleased. Like, good for them. Yeah, exactly. And there's always non-binary, and there's nothing wrong with that either. That's always super legit. And I know even myself, I have a lot of like non-binary lean. I'm not sure if I'm ready to like, you know, put a name on where I'm at with things, but right now, Device is a straight guy, which is why it's fun to tease him. I see. And I mean, hey, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. But it's one of those things that's like, yeah, no, like I can definitely see where like non-binary might cover maybe a little bit better, where like I sit on like the many spectrums of things. So it's something that I do kind of, I've like been down to like I forget what it's called. I've been down to like the gender mine, looking around, trying to figure out what's what, and see like maybe there's a non-binary element to this that I need to figure out. It's good that straight people are becoming less afraid to explore more. I think it's the biggest step towards trans acceptance. Yes, and that's like one of these things that I talk about a lot on stream, is the notion that it's a lot of trans people have to, like I said, go down to the gender mine and like look around and see what's what, and they have to think about their gender, and they have to think about this sort of thing. And it's good for straight people, like straight cis people, to like think about this too. When I say, like, in this instance, like cis people more so, because this like includes, you know, you do whatever makes you complete. Exactly, and that's the gist of it. Gender is very much a gray area. Exactly, like gender is like an ocean. It is, you can go in any direction, and there's depth to each like place, right? I mean, Finn does girl mode for 5K, for a month. Enough money to make people do a lot of things. I guess, yeah. I mean, like 5K a month, or 15K a month, which is like, I mean, that is literally more money than I've ever had in my life, pretty much. So that's pretty good. I was presenting femme for like a year before I clicked. Never thought about gender much until someone gendered me female. You know. But yeah, no, like there's lots of streamers out there that are like, you know, that's their thing, right? And they find a niche, and that's their jam. And the thing is how to put it, like cross-dressing is something that's oftentimes, or identifying as a femboy is often like sometimes a stepping stone in the process of figuring out where you are with things and who you are. So I mean, it's definitely a big process. And it's a long process too, because like a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm 25, I get this all figured out. No, it's like a lifelong process. This is like something that can take years to feel out, and you might think you're like one way, like, you know, in, you know, one instance, but you know, it slowly can chip away, and suddenly you realize that there's so much more there, right? If they weren't somewhat comfortable doing it, then I wouldn't be able to do it in front of that. Wouldn't be able to do it in front of thousands of people. Oh, of course, they're absolutely comfortable. If they're like, how to put it, like being like teased and like kind of acting embarrassed about it, like that's for show, because they're gonna be very, very comfortable doing it, because they probably do it a lot. Even if there is a cash incentive, it's still a good sign. Oh yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. No matter what you do, you're selling parts of yourself. If you're gonna make money, to make money and survive, you have to do something, and at least like they're doing something that they enjoy, right? That he enjoys. Sometimes yes, but cross-dressing like drag is sometimes just a hobby. Oh yeah, totally. It can sometimes just be a hobby and totally or even a profession. Exactly. I mean, look at the way of it's not hurting those in the LGBTQ, then it's fine to cross-dress, etc. But again, it is a gray area too, since it can mean many things depending on the person. Exactly, and depending on like where things are. Yeah. But yeah, no, there's like I said, there's a lot of layers to it, and a lot of people can identify in certain ways, or you know, they can, for example, like Finn, I guess, identifies as a cis male and just likes the gender like expression of, you know, cross-dressing, and that's totally legit. There's nothing wrong with that, and you know, making good doing it, which is like not something a lot of people actually can do. So though Chad is rude, they regularly send him bags of Cadbury eggs. I fucking love bags of Cadbury eggs. What? How is that rude? Oh, is it like a egg reference? Fucking love Cadbury eggs. Yeah. Yeah. Calling him an egg. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, is like you're gonna get like things like that. That's like how to put it, like it's pretty gentle teasing, and you end up with Cadbury eggs, so it's like yeah. Okay, egg is a term for a trans person that hasn't realized they're a trans person yet, or hasn't come out as a trans person, so they're like still in the shell, and like, you know, they're still in the shell, basically. We've grown in a world the last while in terms of trans and gender identity that I wish was a thing back when growing up, in a more publicly known, accepted way. And I've told this story a few times on stream at this point, but like when I first went in for my HRT appointments, my doctor gave me a whole bunch of like just information sheets, and in among them was like a few different sheets that were like kind of clearly meant for like, you know, sort of school-age children to kind of explain it. And I remember sitting in my car with these sheets and like flipping through them and reading them and looking at them like, damn, if I had these when I was like in fucking grade 4, grade 5, it would have changed my fucking life. And I remember getting very like sentimental and kind of weepy about it, because it's like, the thing is right now in the world, and this is true back when I was in school, and it's true even now. The education system doesn't like, it doesn't acknowledge transgender people, and it doesn't, like, this is stuff that should be 100% in like health ed classes or that sort of thing. Like, it should be talked about, and the fact that we're not talked about ends up meaning that a lot of trans people end up being that much later when they figure themselves out, right? If it was even just skimmed, or like, you know, just a little bit in the health, like in the school system talked about, like, it would make such a huge difference. Like, and it's something that's, it's a shame that it isn't, because yeah, like, it tends to be something that you don't end up figuring, most people don't end up knowing until like their early 20s pretty much. Yeah, growing up in a place that was very much males should be set ways and females, it really sucked hard. Like, I grew up being treated like crap for being a boy with long hair. Gotcha. They could be an egg, they could just be a crossdresser, both are valid. And it's, yeah, and that's the thing, it's up to Finn to decide. Nothing wrong with that. The thing is nothing ultimately, you know, it's totally fine. For long hair, yeah, that seems, I mean, sounds like a rough place. Yeah. Well, a percentage of the population still wants us labeled as mentally ill. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing, is it's super, like, some people are just like super fucked up and they just can't understand, they can't wrap their heads around it, and like, they're wrong. I mean, there's wrong people out there, I guess. The hard part is there's different countries where to get the medical care that you want or need, it's still considered a mental illness. So it's something that, it's a tough thing, because sometimes it ends up leading into that. Basically, like in Japan, there's it's still classified as an illness, so it's something that it's, you know, if you want to get like HRT or transgender healthcare in Japan, you have to basically go through the hoops of kind of acknowledging that, which sucks a lot. And there's people, actually, it's a weird thing, because there's people that want it, of course, to not to have that, like, be classified that way, but then on top of it, there's a real risk that if it's no longer classified that way, there might not be any transgender healthcare, because that's how the system's built there. Heck, even some of the people I know that accept us as mentally ill, tons of people just think we're perverts or something. That's also a very common one. Yeah, my identity is not a mental illness, exactly. My depression and such is 100%. And that's a big thing, and I think that's a thing that's like kind of been clarified over the last few years, is the fact that trans people have a rough go, so we suffer greatly from like depression and and dysphoria and things like that, which are, you know, those are like problems, right? There's a massive difference, and awful that having identity or desire to consider to be yeah. And that's the thing. Sorry, I made the conversation so dour. I just wanted to share a funny streamer with you. Hey, no worries. No, I mean, like, this is the thing. This is the thing, because it's, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just one of those things that's like, how to put it? It's like, it's a big topic. It's a big topic. We talk about it a lot here, and there's a lot to unbox with it. And it's one of those things that's just like, yeah. I will say one thing, just like clicking on Google here, like Finn is definitely got like the presentation down. There's no question. Definitely has like the features for it. There's no question. Yeah. I think a big thing too is like, how to put it? Sometimes, like for me, for example, I knew I was trans in my early 20s, and I was out as trans in my 20s, but I actually didn't start HT for about 10 years, HRT, for about 10 years, because I wasn't sure how much of a benefit I would get from it. And for me personally, because like, it was just like, okay, well, like, it can't change your bones really, so, you know, what am I ultimately gaining from this? Because I was presenting, you know, my expression was fine. I was presenting. I had no real qualms with like how I looked, as far as, or rather, not how I looked. I did have qualms with how I looked, but there was a little bit of a tipping point. It was a pressure that was building up. The notion that it's like, okay, like I kind of, I don't want to use the term pass, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm in an okay position where I can present and be accepted pretty well. And I mean, I had quite a few trans people mention they thought I was on HRT. I was not, but it was something that I had the kind of moment of realization where it was like, I'm okay now, but like in like 10 years time, when the, you know, 10 more years of T in my body might really have some dire effects, you know what I mean? So that was a little bit of a factor in pushing me towards it. Also, just the fact that I was like, I have to do it because I was suffering from bad dysphoria regardless of where I was. So I personally think it's great convo because it's important. Exactly, and that's the thing, is that's why I don't mind talking about this stuff. When I first went there, they were like, you know, he's a guy, not a girl, and I was like, I never thought he did this because he was gay. I figured he did it because he was 20. Wow, I've only been out for like maybe close to 2 years though. I don't look like out at all. Only started coming out not long before HRT. Gotcha. I mean, it's like I've been kind of, I guess, like low-key blessed on that front for my ability to like presentate and like at least kind of, I don't think I was like in the passing range, but it was like acceptable kind of on like a broader scale, I guess. Like socially, nobody ever had qualms with me, I guess. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jotaros. Nobody really seemed to have qualms with it, or, you know, it seemed to go well, so I just, you know, I'd wear my skirts and everything, right? Yeah, hey-yas. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, I got lucky on that front, for sure. Like I said, though, I do think that, like, I mean, I was lucky on a lot of fronts. I still don't think I have, like, I still feel like I'm in that weird spot where I'm just, like, kind of accepted. I don't necessarily have, like, the whole expression down where it needs to be, but I've been on HRT for 4 years, and I still don't pass. And that's the thing, like, I don't like the term pass. I don't like it, because it's this idea that, like, you have to meet some kind of societal standard. You really don't. Like, or rather, like, you really shouldn't have to. You don't have to, but it's one of those things that's like, society is, we live in a society, here we are, and it fucking sucks, but it is one of those things that's like, I pass as cute as heck, and that's enough. Yeah, and that's the thing, it's like, you should be satisfied, like, society should allow us to be satisfied wherever we are with our transition and how we present, but society does have its, like, shittiness, so that's why the term passing exists. But I do what I do because it makes me feel a little bit better. Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. Like, and that's the thing, is like, I started doing what I start my HRT because it was making me feel a little bit better, and when I actually got on it, I felt a hell of a lot better. So it was like, God, why didn't I start this 10 years ago? Which is one of the things that I talk about a lot. If you're like questioning and just like kind of in that gray area, it's like, I don't know if HRT is for me, but you're thinking about it, do it. Do it, like, right now. Do it. Start doing the footwork and the paperwork and everything that you need. Do it right now. Try it, because you can try it, and if you just feel it's not for you, you can, like, opt out at any time. You don't have to stay on it. And the difference between if it is for you and it's versus it's not for you, you will know probably instantly. You'll know really, really fast. And, like, honestly, for the first, like, 6 to 8 months or whatever, you're probably not going to get any, like, noticeable changes, but you're going to notice. You're going to know if it's for you probably within the first, like, 3 months, easy, hands down. I knew in the first, like, 2 days, I was just like, holy shit, I feel so much better. Like, everything is just so much better for me right now. And I'm just like, oh, God, I needed this my whole life. For me, I want to just feel and look more female. I don't care about being like passing in a stealth way. Yeah, and that's fair. It's more like my own personal comfort and happiness. Exactly, and that's legit. And that's like a good place to be, because like, here's the thing: if you measure yourselves by the standards of a cis society that has never been like structured for us, it hurts you. Like the world we're in is not like, has been built around like cis ideals, and it does not have a lot of give in the idea of, you know, anything broader than that. So it's hard to fit into that like structure. And the thing is that's part of why we have to like fight and, you know, push, because we want to broaden things. We want to make it so it's acceptable to find yourself, find your like, to be comfortable and be accepted no matter what, right? And that's kind of the thing with why we're always, I know there's this notion that's like, I've had someone mention, they're like, why are all trans girls like advocates? And it's like, because we fucking have to be. Because that's the world we live in right now. We have to fucking fight for things, and we have to fucking push for our rights, and, you know, do that. And it's a big factor in everything we do. Yeah. But it's one of those things that right now society is definitely like, we're in a time right now where we're in a time of like growing pains. There's no question. Transgender people are more visible than ever, and the world has to like catch up. Yeah, I want to kick society, but with killer thighs. Yeah, fuck yeah. And that's the thing, is like, when I started HRT, like I said, I didn't feel like, I felt like there was things I wanted about my body, but it was like things like hips, where it was like, the bones are sealed. I didn't realize like, when I start my HRT, you put on weight around your hips anyway, so it gives you a little bit of a bump on your hips anyways. So I mean, like, that's a big plus, and, you know, it goes to your booty and your thighs and your chest. So like, it does go there. It doesn't always go there all at once or all like equally, but it is like building up there versus, you know, if you have T in your system where it's just really building up in like one place, which is just like usually, yeah, the lovely lady bump. Exactly. Yeah, there's so many lovely lady bumps, and it's just like, yeah. I haven't gotten the fat redistribution yet. Yeah, it takes time. It takes time. I mean, it's one of those things that, yeah, it varies from person to person. It varies from person to person for sure. And I mean, even for myself, I know that like my thighs probably aren't as thick as what I really want them to be, but like my perception of them is so much better, so much more positive than what it was before, because I always felt a little bit like when I, before I started my HRT, I felt very like, I just feel like a fucking skeleton all the time. I feel like, you know, like I rolled out of a crypt, and it was a miserable feeling. But having like even just a little bit of a boost of like fat on my body is, oh god, it makes such a difference. I feel so much better. Yeah, need to get me some HRT right now. You're like, I'm having a craving. I need to hit that HRT. But yeah, like I said, if it's something that you're considering but haven't like been like, I don't know if it's for me, go for it. Like, give it a shot, because worst case scenario, you realize it's not for you. You realize it's not for you, and you know going forward. Because I think the thing is being out and being trans for like 10 years before I start my HRT, it was a lot. I realized looking back how much of my time was spent being like, maybe I need HRT. Like, HRT might be really good for me. Maybe I should be looking into it. There's so much time spent that way, and it's like, had I just like actually looked into it and did the paperwork and did the footwork for it, I would have known so much sooner. So, but yeah, life's better when you just try stuff. Exactly. Yeah. So it's one of those things that's like, I feel like that's just important, because it was a very specific person that like was like, hey, you know, you can just try it, and if it's not for you, you don't have to commit to it. And it's like, huh, Like, I never really thought about it until like that moment, and then it kind of was a little bit of like a, you know, worm in my brain that eventually kind of, I hit the point that I was like, you know what do I have to lose? Yeah. But yeah, also, hey Emily, how you doing? But anyway, so let's get into the gaming news. Let's take a look at, let's do some gaming news things. Woo! We have Scarlet Nexus, apparently something called Gigaocalypse. Damn, there's a lot of news today. Blue Fire. Oh hey, Blue Fire's getting a physical release. You know what? I played this game in February. Really liked it. It was really good. It was far better than I expected it to be. Necromunda Hired Gun. I feel like I'll add that, I guess. Outriders. I don't know anything about Outriders, but I keep hearing about Space Invaders AR. That sounds like a thing that I'm interested in. Darius. I fucking love Darius, so we're taking a look at that. Is Bubble Bobble? I mean, I gotta know. We'll do this. I know enough about Life is Strange. It's not really my bag. Of course, the big news today. Everything else looks like stuff I'm probably not that into, so let's take it from the top here. I feel like SimCity Super Nintendo music would be perfect background. That would actually be pretty good. I actually have Weather Network music currently playing. So Scarlet Nexus, this is like, it's coming out for the Xbox first, I think, but it's coming out for PS5 and apparently PS4 also, and Xbox One and PC. So apparently it's coming out on everything, even though it was originally announced for the Xbox, which is zero surprise. Like, I'm pretty sure like Namco Bandai knows at this point that it's like if they put out an anime game on the Xbox, it's probably not gonna punch quite. It's not gonna hit quite as high as it would on the PlayStation. Some nice production art. Let's watch the trailer. Let's have some sound for the trailer.
Strange dreams. They're about these threads called red strings.
Yeah, all about the red strings. It's nice looking. I mean, it's like, it's the same team that basically did God Eater, right? So they're nice looking games. Yeah, it's the same team.
They will twist through time.
If I'm not mistaken.
The way for you, Kasane.
I mean, like, they know how to nail these visuals, right?
Kasane Randall. My power is psychokinesis. Pleased to meet you.
Just drop the volume just a
then.
little bit.
It's time
There we
to
go.
show me some fight. You can go ahead and interpret it however you want, but I don't believe in fate.
Now we're
I like the notion of throwing things.
You're ready to see how strong I am.
I also like the notion that the enemies are
Now that
weird,
I'm
like
here,
just
the
like
tide's turned.
weird
we work
inanimate
together,
object monsters.
We'll be fine. We can't just abandon people who need
Just like
our
fighting something and it's like
do
it
what
got a
we
kitchen
can.
sink for a head.
Good grief, can't you just let me rest? Let's get this over with already.
Man, my invisibility power really saved the day. Don't let my graceful knife skills make you fall in love with me.
No, you're way too
Sorry,
dumb.
Yuito.
I've known you for 2 seconds and you're the
understand you
dumbest
hate
person
me.
I've ever met.
Why are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, throw those fucking telephone poles at each other.
Do you really want to kill Yuito?
So fucking anime.
You don't have to help me if you don't want to. Just stay out of my way. We created it? Was it those red strings? Who else is going to save them? This isn't a question about if we can do it. We have to. I don't have a choice. It's only an issue of resolve.
Is that Axel's VA? Maybe. Oh, alright. I mean, that's the thing is like, it's pretty, but it's like, I feel like I'm not really getting a lot of energy from it, you know what I mean? Had God Eater 1 and 2 like forever, gotcha. Hey, maybe we'll play God Eater sometime. I have 2 and I've never played it. I do like that it doesn't look like anime Dark Souls or Monster Hunter. It's definitely more of an original idea. It definitely seems like it might actually fall closest to like Devil May Cry or something. I do like God Eater. I played only the first one. I don't know how the second one and third one technically are, but like just from watching them a little bit, I have probably enough of a sense of it that it's like it's probably fine. Like they look like good games for the most part. Got all 3 on the PS4. Gotcha. God Eater 2 I have on Steam, and I haven't until I play 2. I'm probably not gonna dig into 3. So I need to go check out and set up a checking account. I'm just really not looking forward to having to present. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's a miserable feeling. I mean, like how to put it? Like I have had days and things, even as of late, where it's like, you know, my presentation isn't like super feminine, I guess. Like it's kind of on close enough to the line that I don't think people really like bother thinking too much about it. So yeah, but then again, it's also like I'm wearing like, you know, like girl jeans with like thigh highs under them, so it's probably enough of a tell. So, you know, or rather like jeans that are like full of holes so you can see my thigh highs through them. But yeah, so it looks like there's some kind of bonus costume set. It, like, my problem with it is it doesn't feel like it has direction enough. There's a lot of voice cuts there from clearly a lot of plot. I don't know if this is going to be a plot game because it doesn't seem to be conveying like a lot outside of just that they're psychics and they throw things. That's really the 2 things I grasped from the trailer. I understand that like the team that does God Eater and does Code Vein in those games is still trying to like hit it big. Like they want the big money, they want that Monster Hunter money when it comes down to it, and they want like the Dark Souls money, and they keep chasing other dreams, I guess, and they haven't really happened upon the thing that like works for them. The one thing that does stand out about this to me though is it reminds me a lot of Freedom Wars, and Freedom Wars is like a strange split of a few different types of ideas, and if they capture maybe a little bit of that energy, I could see it working well. I'm not like Freedom Wars is like also got problems, but it's like it had something. Best Vita exclusive game. It is definitely one of the best Vita exclusive games, there's no question. I will say though, beating that final boss, it still sticks with me how awful it was. But anyways, the game looks cool. Oh my god, I just looked like closer at it. Holy shit, just one sec, I gotta take a picture of this thing. Look at this thing. I don't know what this is, but I desperately need one now, so I guess I'm pre-ordering whatever this game is. What is this thing? I don't know what this is, but I need one. Like, oh no, it has to be on this layer. I need one of these. I don't know what it is, but they've nailed it. It's precious. It's also like the only exclusive at this point, it's true. But look at it. It's a baby. I've never seen anything that is more my child than this. Except that cat thing that I saw the other day and also called my baby and my child. And actually, it was probably more my child than this. But it's still, this is a good thing. I don't know what it does. Don't have any idea. It's just a good thing. And that's all I can ask, really. So anyways, that's Scarlet Nexus. Still don't know what the game is really about. It's about psychic people that throw things, and I'm hoping that there's a little bit more to it than that. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. It also, I guess there's gonna be an anime. I don't think I want to watch the anime trailer. Like it's an anime tie-in thing for it. Like maybe it'll work. I don't know. So anyways, let's watch this. It's apparently called Gigalopolis. Announced for PC. It's a, I don't know what this is, but we're gonna find out. Okay. Dragon. Godzilla dragon. Become massive! Oh, it's like, oh shit. Not King of Monsters. King of Monsters? No, not King of Monsters. What is the name I'm looking for? Rampage. It's Rampage. No, it's Rampage. Is this a Rampage tower defense game? Like a Rampage inverted tower defense game? It's an auto-scroller? It is an auto-scroller. What am I looking at? So you mutate your monster. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can make it different things. That's cool. Awaken the primevals. Okay, so there's at least 3 monsters. Call the Exiled. Yeah. Oh shit, space. Oh my god, I want the space monsters. I like that one that's closest to me. Destroy again. I don't know. This is clearly not my, like, I don't think this is my thing. It's too slow, but like, oh, I kind of like how it's vacuuming up things. That's kind of cool. Epic boss fights. Oh shit, you can fight a fucking train. Oh, you apparently can move. Why did I be on a platform? Like, this game is moving at like 40% its probably actual run speed. There's something off about it, but like it seems like an early trailer, so you know. Hey, well there you go. It's apparently, I don't know what the hell it is, honestly. It's basically Rampage. It's Rampage, but with some kind of strategy element to it. Yeah, I'm back in just in time for the mews. Yeah, meows. Meows. Okay, Necromunda, hired gun. You can tell that, like, the creative end wanted to name it Necromunda, and the executive end wanted to name it hired gun, because the hired gun is the bigger name in the logo, and this got tacked on here, basically, like, put on your reading telescope so you can, like, read the title. I guess I'll make this larger just because I don't know how visible it is on stream. Like, seriously, like, this is like some kind of like I made Raph back in the Rampage days. Aw. Like this is like some kind of executive decision that they're like, no, Necromunda doesn't like speak, like doesn't sell. Hired gun does. And now this is game journalism I can trust. Yeah, I know. I basically just walk in and I'm just like, here's my fucking opinions on this thing I've seen 2 seconds of. Yeah. This is probably not my thing. Oh yeah, it's a first-person shooter, so I'm already feeling queasy.
City's warped.
My stomach's
The
growling.
ashes are running wild.
Oh, hello. Girl
The
with
Goliaths have gone underground,
hair.
and something much worse is on the rise. It's damn good for business.
See, what I say. Have some opinions, exactly. I mean, that's all I do on my stream, right, is opinions. And sometimes I do okay at games.
Don't take it personally, friend. There are only 3 things I trust in this life. The money, my Mastiff, and my autogun. When it comes to hunting marks in the Hive City,
It has a very, like,
there's only one thing you
Yeah.
need to know.
it's not enough of my, like,
House always wins.
Yeah. They're trying to do a lot of, like, themes with this, so, like, mercenary and then, like, gambler, question mark? Okay, but when are the hired guns? I don't know. Apparently there's a dog, though. A dog, whoa, step this back. A dog, check this out. There is a dog that you apparently get, because they mentioned about the dog. The dog has a carrying handle. That's adorable. That's just perfect. Could be like, mercenaries gamble? Yeah, I know, right? You mean you can do 2 things at once? Okay, this is like Outriders 101, so it's like teaching us about Outriders. I know nothing about Outriders outside of that's been mentioned a few times on stream.
I could smell the storm in your blood. Your stink of Enoch. It's you. Or something even more.
I had some stuff going on.
I should play at being a god like you?
I
Game has dog,
am not
yes.
playing.
Why am I getting the strangest, like... I'm getting the strangest, like, vibe from this? It's like somebody took like Destiny
Outriders,
and mixed
a
it with
co-op RPG shooter set
Metal
in a
Gear Solid
dark, original
5.
sci-fi universe.
Like just in the way
Created
like
by
things
People Can
move.
Fly. Previously part of the Epic Games Group, the studio is renowned for developing world-class shooters like Bulletstorm and the Gears of War series.
I don't know what the second one was. Like give Rise a try. Yeah, apparently, yeah, it's like a loot and shoot. So like
Humankind is bleeding out in the trenches of Enoch.
I'm about that like kind of energy, but I don't think this is for me. I don't think it has like the style for
Ravaged by
me.
a mysterious anomaly.
Oh, that's fire.
Hyper-evolving
I know it.
flora and
Oh, there's a
fauna
crow.
to purge the virus that is humanity.
Oh, yeah.
In
I
other
mean,
words,
yeah, I like that.
you.
Oh shit, you don't want one. That's a doctor appointment
Enoch
right there.
is hell off Earth. Leading the colonization advance party, the Outriders are devastated by an early storm. While most of the unit is wiped out, you not only survive, but are left altered, something more than human.
What?
Now,
So
with control over time, space, and matter, the Outriders
you got
have
hit by
gained
lightning and
access
now
to
you can
devastating anomaly
do
energies.
time magic?
Demigods strolling through the battlefield, the tables have most definitely turned. With the anomaly flowing through their veins, Outriders have split off into 4 classes, each offering a different customizable playstyle and extensive skill tree that, while freely
It's
respectful,
giving me weird
demands
vibes too.
hard choices be
Ooh, I
made.
like their skill tree though. It looks like it has a lot
If you
on it.
prefer a devious hit-and-run approach, the Trickster's manipulation of time and space will be to your tastes. Deadly up close, the Trickster will annihilate enemies.
This
with
is gonna be a full
spectacular
thing, isn't
powers,
it? Yeah, it's like 6
such as a
minutes.
temporal slice.
But at least I have a better sense of like what this game is.
Or, if death from a distance is more your thing,
Like, I don't
the
know.
Technomancer combines the
I don't think
anomaly's powers
so it's
with
Destiny, that's what I
technology.
said.
Place deadly turrets or release
I
climate-altering
appreciate the fact that it's a
area
third-person
effects to
shooter
take down
because
the
I think
foe.
that like here's the thing. Too many
Devastator
games
class
do the
is a
first-person
tank
shooter
in
thing
human
and then
form,
like
a
they're like,
biological
yeah, equip the
sledgehammer,
armor,
difficult to
customize your
kill,
character. And it's like I don't get
dangerous
to see
be
my
near.
character. That's like
Devastator's control of gravity
I don't get to
allows
enjoy
for
my own
brutal
character,
attacks,
y'all.
such as the
But also I
impale
can't do
ability
first
or
person because I
gravity
need like an
charge.
anchor point on the screen. Having a character really helps.
There's the Pyromancer, a medium-range class equipped to take out multiple targets at once.
Just like Dark Souls.
You may be easy to kill at close range, but you can leech energy from crowds of enemies, or detonate
fire
thermal
normally leech
bombs to
energy?
tear their flesh apart.
Actually, it actually
Regardless
might.
of your choice, confidence is everything.
Trickster,
in the
Persona 5
battlegrounds
ripoff,
of Enoch.
Yaz.
Each class has its own spin on a healing mechanic, which rewards health for performing certain actions that reinforce
That's kind
the
of cool.
class's playstyle.
Rather than have a like individual
So get out of
dedicated
cover,
healing class,
throw
like
yourself headfirst into
that's
the
good on
fray,
them. That was actually a
and
smart
think
decision.
aggressive. The
There's like some
Outriders'
interesting
journey
stuff
will take
mixed in
them
here.
beyond
I could see it
humanity's
being good.
furthest exploration
It
of
reminds me a
Enoch.
little bit of
As they fight to
I
discover
have to remember the
source
name
of
of it, but yeah. But I think I've seen enough of it. Oh my god, it's Space Invaders VR. I need to know what it's like to be with the Space Invaders. Yeah. I feel less energetic after being set on fire. Yeah. Actually, it makes you feel really energetic, and then you feel progressively less energetic. Oh, they're trying to make me feel things. And I do like Space Invaders, so I feel a thing, which is that I like Space Invaders. Is it just like, oh, it's an AR game or something? I thought it was a VR game. Oh, okay. Square Enix Montreal. Okay, nothing really there to dig into. Darius, Cosmic Revelation, G Darius version 2 announced, update announced. So G Darius is really good. Probably one of the best games in the series. if I want to get into Darius games. A Pokemon Go Killer. Yeah. I'm going to jump ahead here, see if we can find some gameplay. Also, I like that box. It's really big. Okay. It's G Darius. I'll listen to that soundtrack. So this game was originally on like the PS1 and like the Saturn, I think. Version 2, you know what? Kind of down for that. Darius is really good. Like, completely underrated like series. People overlook Darius all the time. It's one of the oldest and probably in my opinion one of the more memorable shooters out there. Even though I don't think they're very good for playing for score. But they're just really interesting shoot 'em ups because like you go into them and you're like, I'm gonna see some robotic space fish today, and like that's honestly the biggest selling fucking point about the whole thing, and I'm like so down for that. Like I'm about seeing space fish. So, and like I said, G Darius highly recommended. It's very good. G Darius HD. Coming out for PS4 and Switch February 25th in Japan. Due out this winter in the West. So it sounds like, which is included in Cosmic update. Okay. Yeah, I see. So it's a thing. It's Bubble Bobble. I haven't played a Bubble Bobble game since the NES, but we're gonna watch the. Oh my God, it's 2 minutes long. How do you?
In 1986.
Oh God.
Now Bubble Bobble is back.
Oh, it's gonna play that music, that one track I hate. I hate it.
Bubble Bobble for friends.
For friends? Oh.
Is back.
Who's the Baron? Why is the Baron back?
Two toys were mysteriously brought to life. The Bubble Dragon Bub and the
What?
Evil Wizard Bunner.
Whoa,
Join Bub
shit,
and his
that's
friends
abuse.
As they brave a child's room at night on their quest to defeat
What is
Bunner.
going on with this? They're rewriting Bubble Bobble's lore?
To catch bullies.
What?
Burst bubbles to beat them.
Yeah, I know how to play Bubble Bobble.
Bounce on bubbles to reach higher ground. It's bursting with bubble action. Equip and upgrade special skills.
Get it,
And
special
master
skills.
their
It's 2021.
Includes the classic Bubble Bobble arcade game from 1986.
You know what? What's noticeable watching the arcade game versus like the new
Baron
thing
is
that they're
back.
doing?
Comes with
It's so
lots
much
of new
faster.
stages. A
Like it's so
completely new
floaty
adventure
in the new
awaits.
game.
Baron
Be
von
4F.
Is
4F.
invincible. To
This
clear
is
the
destroy my
stage,
childhood. Why
you
don't you
need to
use
avoid
Smorg?
him while battling the other bullies.
No, it has a weird versus mode. I'm
Clear
kind of
these
down for that.
100 new stages
Like Bubble
consecutively,
Bobble, like
just
the thing is Bubble
the original
Bobble has always been
Bubble
good,
arcade game.
but it's like
And go for
also
the
I kind
high
of just want
score.
them to do. I mean, this seems good, I guess. I'm like,
200
what do I
puzzle
want them to
pack
do?
stages
And I guess
await
it's
your
like just
bubble-blowing
more.
bravery.
200 stages.
Compete with players worldwide in the online
Yeah.
ranking. You
No,
can
they added
also
more.
challenge the high score of
More. The first
original
release of this
Bubble
was super
Bobble.
overpriced. Yeah, that's always a danger with Bubble
More
Bobble for
players,
some reason.
Much more fun. Enjoy local multiplayer with up to 4 players. Bubble Bobble for friends. The Baron is back.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? Like, I'm just like, it's kind of a case of like Pac-Man, where it's like, hey, Kara, it's kind of a little bit of a case of like, what can you do with Pac-Man, right? Like, you can only do so much. You can only move so far from Pac-Man's formula, and then it doesn't feel like Pac-Man anymore. And Bubble Bobble kind of falls in the same boat, I think. So I mean, like, they're doing, I think, whatever they can with Bubble Bobble, and I mean, it is a unique feeling game for sure. Like, there's nothing really that quite feels like Bubble Bobble, so it's just one of those cases of if the game is going to end up being like $100 release, or if it's going to just like come out as like a decent price title. Balan, Wonderworld, Hero or 2 trailer. So I believe this game is already out, if I'm not mistaken. So is this just like DLC for it, I guess? I haven't played it, but
is waiting for a hero. Or two.
that's true. That's true. They could do a championship edition.
Because the best way
That's what?
to save the day
Oh, we're saving the day. Fire.
is together.
Oh, so it's like a co-op mode or something? Did it not have co-op before? There's a Puzzle Bobble S game. Yes, Toho Spell Bubble. I do want to play that at some point because it looks really good. My stomach's growling. Hadn't time. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. This is actually done by the director of the Sonic series.
Combine your powers.
As far as I know.
Face your fears.
Because the original director for the Sonic series left Sega, so it has a little bit of that like Knights energy.
Balan Wonderworld.
If I had time on the Switch to play co-op and it's tethered, rip. You know what? It's still a game that I think probably is really fun, really cute. It just hasn't like gripped me per se. Yeah, Yuji Naka. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog franchise creator, Sonic Team co-founder. I would also get the character designer, which makes sense because it looks a lot like Knights. So, interesting. And it's coming over from Square, so it's like Sega, you dropped the ball. Could have had that. That could be all yours. So here's the big news of today. Here's the big news. So here's the thing we're going to probably be talking about for a hot minute. So Sony Interactive and RTS jointly acquire EVO Championship Series, EVO 2021 online, set for August. So this is a big deal for a lot of people that might not know. EVO kind of bit the dust last year when it basically came out that the creator of EVO and a lot of Smash Brothers players at the time, there's a lot of how to put it, would it be considered like sexual misconduct that was like tied to them and involving like underage people, and it's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna get into like all the ins and outs of that. It was super fucked up. It's also why there's like a bunch of like major Smash Brothers players that suddenly like went MIA, because a lot of people came out about it and that they were fucked up people and they left the spotlight. So. But one of the people, of course, that came out during this time, or rather one of the people that got like called out during this time, was the creator of EVO, Mr. Wizard. And yeah, so Mr. Wizard was basically booted off from EVO, and EVO's been kind of in a weird limbo state since then, which is like probably why the board probably decided that it was like, okay, like at this point, like it's either like we're done or we sell out, and I think they sold out. So that's why we now have Sony owning EVO, which is kind of a hard thing to wrap one's head around, because EVO usually, shit, I need some music going. There we go. EVO is usually involves a lot of games. A lot of people watch EVO for like Smash Brothers, for example, and now it's a little bit more like gonna be a little bit weirder as far as that goes. Sony's already said that they're open to having other consoles and other like console games at it, so they might not be really strict about that, but it does mean that Sony potentially has the last say on what games make it into EVO now. I remember when that happened, it really messed me up for a while. I can't imagine what it was like for the people who were actually abused. Yeah, there was a lot of abuse, and it was super fucked up. Like seriously. Like I mean, the thing is it's great that these people got called out, and like, you know, people that were affected are, you know, getting like the care and you know, closure in a lot of instances that they need. But it's also like, yeah, it was definitely like kind of one of those moments during the FGC where it was like growth period, like seriously. And the thing is, like, just because it's like a scene that you're like, it was definitely a wake-up call. Exactly, it was a wake-up call because there's a lot of trash in the fucking scene, and this was definitely an instance of taking out the trash a little bit. Not saying that there still isn't some fucked up shit in the FGC, because there absolutely is, but this was definitely a good first step. But it's a shame that any of this ever had to happen, because the thing is like, to me, like, when you're talking about like the FGC and, you know, just going out and you know, you're just going out to one of these events because you fucking love the game that you're playing, that you're going to play, and, you know, you want to meet other people that have that same passion. And it's a shame that like it hasn't been like a good experience for everybody, and that not everybody got like, you know, to you know, have the more positive FGC experience. That said, like, this is one of those stepping stones where it's like a move in the right direction towards like getting to where we need to be with the FGC. But so anyways, Evo is thank you for the follow, DJ MB. Yeah, thank you. Also, I guess it's on the wrong layer. I have to like move that. Just like move our alerts up here. There we go. So yeah, Evo series. Sorry to say, this is such a really important moment, but I'm gonna head to bed. Hey, no worries. It's super late right now, so you have a good night, okay, Kat? Thanks for swinging by and hanging out with us. So anyway, Sony is gonna be running Evo at this point. Like I said, they have already made a statement saying they are open to other, you know, companies being at this event. But like I said, they probably do have the end say in what games make the cut for Evo. Nintendo has said that they will still consider Evo for Smash Brothers and stuff, but it was a very like non-decisive answer that they gave. So this is definitely like big news, and it's going to be affecting the FGC in particular. You know, I don't think it's going to affect the FGC like immensely, because I think that Evo, I think a lot of people are ready for Evo just to be straight up dead. Like, it was just like, okay, Evo's done, Evo's gone. We can move on to better events like Frosty Faustings or Combo Breaker or whatever. So like, I think it was good that other events like are starting to like, you know, kind of feed and grow off of the fact that like Evo was pretty much on the rocks whether it would be coming back. But it's something that yeah, Evo will be back, and they're going to be running it, of course, online this year. So I have to see how that goes. I still find like the notion of like online tournaments kind of sketchy, admittedly, because like networking issues is going to always be a factor, and if you know you have lag, or how does that factor into everything, and it's just like, it's just concerning. But like, it's one of those things, if your tournament is like online but free entry, like that's totally chill or whatever. But it's another thing when, you know, you're gonna have like an entry fee and stuff like that. So in their list of games that they have announced that will be at Evo this year, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition, and Tekken 7. So not really any surprises here. This is all pretty dialed in. So pretty much what we expected. Whether we're gonna see something like Skullgirls or like, I don't think we'll end up seeing anything from Nintendo, because I don't think the online is gonna cut it. That was basically the deal last year with Evo Online, was that Nintendo wasn't gonna make the cut because they need better online netcode. So probably won't see at least Nintendo's like involvement at least for another year or so, until we're like well through COVID. So anyways, that's the deal with Evo, and that's really, at this point, that's the news for the day. I don't think there's anything else really to say about it. So we're just gonna move back to chill out mode. Yeah. So, anyways, we're probably at the tail end of our stream at this point. I'm going to be looking at streaming more Dark Souls tomorrow. We're gonna do better tomorrow. I'm going to really focus on making some like good progress in the we're gonna finish off the DLC. And I want to get at least one Lord Soul tomorrow, at least one. So that is my game plan. We did finish the messenger. I might try the DLC or like look into it or see what's what, so that might be a thing in the cards. I'm kind of in a weird spot where I don't want to start a lot of new things because next week is going to be super heavy for like new stuff, so tomorrow's stream will probably rely really heavily on Dark Souls itself. And like I said, I do want to get that first clear done before the weekend, so that's our game plan. As far as other streamers go, because I think we need to look for somebody to raid. Let me see who is available and who is online. Yeah. Let me see. Vivi is streaming Minecraft. Moonman is streaming artwork. We could always take another look and see if we could find somebody that is see if we can find someone else. You had no gravy? Alright, you have a good night, okay? Thanks for swinging by. Hands, jeez. So we're gonna find somebody to raid. Ooh, Moomun's still working on our cowgirl, who is looking amazing. So that's great. I'm gonna jump back here and I'm gonna check out the LGBTQ tags, see if anybody. Kitty Loafers is streaming. We haven't raided Kitty Loafers in a few days. I'm kind of tempted to raid Vivi, because Vivi was streaming the other day, and I noticed that she has a new model. We have let me just take a look here. Alright, you have a good night, okay, Static. Have a good night, Hive. We're just like trying to find somebody to raid right now. Yeah, so let me see here. We'll bring this up into like full screen mode. I don't have any music for this particular section though. I should really add some in though. Browser source, no, media source, music. There, that'll at least be like added in. All right, so let me see here. Oh, this is an interesting design. Just looking for some VTubers. Oh, look at this! Look at this rabbit person. That's adorable. Also, she has pancakes. Let's take a look at her. See what her deal is. She's just like chilling right now. I think she's just having a chill stream. Yeah. Oh. This person's very cute.
Jeez, yeah, if there's a marked trail at Yellowstone, the sign's saying to stay on it, fucking stay on it. Yes, stay on the trail.
Stay on the trail. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, that's fleshy deers. Like, don't get me wrong, I would totally raid, but I just feel like it's like a drop in the bucket for them. I really like to try and raid somebody that's gonna like get a nice big boost from it. So let's try Vivi. Yeah. Very cute. Also, apparently Dommy Wolf, which I have a distinct feeling. Damn, that is an open shirt. VTuber Dog Boy. Don't know if I'm feeling that one. You know what? We're gonna raid Demon Queen Vivi. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna get a raid set up. Demon Queen Vivi. She raided us like probably like 4 or 5 days ago at this point, so you know, return the favor. Yeah, and I raided her a little bit before that. So yeah. So I'm gonna call it for now. Once again, just to introduce myself for anyone that might be new or, you know, might not know me. I'm Code. I ask about Kat or Katie. She, her pronouns. I'm a variety VTuber, and I stream 3 to 5 games a night. And usually I stream every single day. I'm on a 10-month streak, and we just like playing games and being super chill and talking about stuff. There's a majestic boob window on that wolf guy. I know, right? I like could see it from the thumbnail. Like, I think I need to know a little bit more. Yeah, but yeah. So I think we're gonna raid Vivi. Like I said, tomorrow's gonna be mostly Dark Souls. I feel like it's gonna mostly be Dark Souls. We're probably going to throw in once again probably a little bit of Scourgebringer. I'm gonna feel out how I'll play by ear at the time whether I'm gonna play the Messenger DLC or not. Whether I'm gonna start that right now. I mean, I might. Yeah. And more Monster Train, more Slay the Spire. I might opt for Slay the Spire tomorrow night just because I've been running a lot more Monster Train lately, and I feel like Slay the Spire needs some love. I want, like, my goal for them is just to get to Covenant 10 in both those games. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make it to 20 because I'm too dumb about card games, but I would like to believe it. So, anyways, I'm gonna call it for now. So thank you all for watching and hanging out. We'll do the raid after the credits. So yeah, show Vivi some love and catch y'all later. Have a good night. Bye. Yeah. Yeah.
Got a demon, what am I? It's time for me to choose my path. The power of my God hand, no evildoer will get past. Hand to hand or fist to fist, kick your nuts or twist your wrist. God power keeps my pimp hand strong, so trust me or you won't last very long. Dragon kick your ass into the Milky Way. Milky Way. Don't act like you don't like the Bulbasaur. My arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, a summon of the powers of the God hand. I lost a limb in a fight, but don't worry, babe, I'll be cool. The